Every single day, you make thousands of choices, from what to have for breakfast to those huge life-altering decisions. But have you ever stopped to think about what's actually going on inside your head? It's kind of like a negotiation, or maybe a dance, between two totally different ways of thinking. Today, we're diving into the amazing science that shows us exactly how your brain makes a call. So think about it for a second. When you're at a crossroads, what do you rely on? Is it that gut feeling, that sense of intuition built from past experiences? Or do you try to map it all out using logic and cold, hard facts? Well, it turns out this isn't just some personality trait. Nope, it's a fundamental process that's literally hardwired into your brain. You see, scientists are discovering that our brains come equipped with two very distinct strategies for navigating the world. You can almost picture them as two different advisors in your head, each with its own unique way of helping you make a choice. So let's get to know them. All right, on one side, we have your experience-based decisions. This is your classic trial and error learning, right? You touch a hot stove once, you learn real fast not to do it again. It's like you're building this internal library of direct experiences. But then on the other side, you've got knowledge-based decisions. This is all about inference, about connecting the dots. So you've never touched that specific hot stove before, but your general knowledge tells you, hey, stoves are hot, this is a bad idea. You're using logic to figure out what's going to happen. Okay, so if you've got these two different systems, where does the magic happen? Where in the brain is the meeting room where these two advisors hash things out? Well, let's zoom in on the command center that's in charge of balancing these two powerful forces. Let me introduce you to the orbitofrontal cortex, or OFC for short. This little spot, right behind your eyes, is basically the CEO of your decision-making. Its job isn't just to say yes or no. It's constantly updating the company's strategy, reevaluating all the options as new info comes in. This is the part of your brain that helps you learn and adapt instead of just mindlessly repeating the same old patterns. And this, right here, was the big mystery that had scientists scratching their heads for years. How does the OFC do it? Is it like a jack of all trades, using one single flexible system for everything? Or are there separate, dedicated phone lines in the brain, one for gut feelings and a totally different one for logic? For the longest time, nobody knew what the wiring diagram actually looked like. Until now. See, a team of researchers in Japan, led by Ki Oyama and Takafumi Minamoto, decided they were going to crack this puzzle once and for all. And to do it, they came up with a really, really clever experiment. So how do you actually get the brain to show you its hidden blueprints? I mean, you can't just ask it, right? What you have to do is design a really smart test that basically forces the brain to reveal how it works under pressure. So here's what they did. They took some macaque monkeys, whose brains are a lot like ours, and taught them a simple game. Pick the right picture on a screen and you get a tasty juice reward. Simple enough. But here's the brilliant part. As soon as the monkeys got the hang of it, bam, the researchers would flip the rules. The image that used to be the winner was now the loser. This forced the monkeys' brains to adapt, and fast, putting both their trial and error learning and their logical thinking to the ultimate test. Now, to figure out which brain circuits were doing what, the team used this amazing technique called chemogenetics. Just think of it like a super precise chemical remote control. They could use a special drug to temporarily and safely turn off one specific neural pathway at a time. This let them see exactly what happened to the monkey's decision-making skills when a particular road in the brain was closed for traffic. And by flipping these switches one by one, they stumbled upon a genuine breakthrough. The mystery of the brain's wiring for decision-making, it was finally solved. The results were absolutely crystal clear. It wasn't one system doing double duty. Turns out the orbitofrontal cortex has two completely separate, parallel highways for making decisions. There's one road for experience and a totally different road for knowledge. This right here is the new brain roadmap they discovered. It's fascinating. When they temporarily shut down the pathway to a region called the caudate nucleus, which is linked to forming habits, the monkeys suddenly couldn't learn from trial and error anymore. That's path one, the experience highway. But then, when they shut down a different path, one that leads to the mediodorsal thalamus, a hub for higher-level thinking, the monkeys couldn't use logic to figure out the new rules. That's path two, the knowledge highway. Two different jobs run by two totally separate circuits. Okay, this is all really cool neuroscience for sure, but what does it actually mean for us, in our everyday lives? Well, the implications are actually pretty huge. Dr. Minamoto, one of the lead scientists, put it this way. He said, this discovery could explain why we all have such different ways of approaching problems. You know that one friend who always seems to learn things the hard way, and that other friend who's always thinking 10 steps ahead?
their personalities might actually be tied to how active these two different brain circuits are naturally.
And the potential here is just massive. I mean, understanding these circuits could lead to new treatments for conditions like OCD, where the brain kind of gets stuck on one path. It could help us develop personalized strategies to become better, more flexible thinkers. It might even help us build smarter, more adaptable AI that can reason, not just calculate. It's a huge step in understanding who we are. So here's the real punchline, the most important takeaway. It's not that your gut feeling is better than cold, hard facts, or the other way around. The people with the most adaptable minds, the ones who make the best decisions, are those who can maintain a healthy balance. They know when it's time to trust their experience and when it's time to lean on logic. Real wisdom is all about knowing how to switch between both of these paths.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. We all have a default setting, right? A go-to mental highway. But just knowing that these two systems exist gives you a kind of superpower, awareness. So the real question isn't just which path you use the most, it's which one might you need to work on, to strengthen, to become an even better, more balanced, and wiser decision maker.